please stick with us. Go back to FloTrack.org and sign up for your subscription to see great track and field from the U.S. and around the world. As heat number 1 of the women's 400, and you heard the bell, and that is Misha Powell on the throttle, leading the way. Asia Foster from Oklahoma Baptist sitting in the number 2 spot. These two obviously the top seeded runners, as a new seeding policy by the NCAA has the top 2 seeded runners, and then in the first heat, then 3 and 4 in the second. So you won't see all the top runners up front in that first heat. But a nice run by Powell, 53-57 for Misha Powell. And it's always great to be here at Boston University, the Track and Tennis Center. It is my home away from home. I think my wife has been saying that at least. But a great weekend of track and field. It's so important. This is the Last Chance Indoor National Qualifier on the world's fastest track, and you're seeing it all here on FloTrack. Live coverage. One big day here in Boston. The lineup, heat number 2 of 8. And these 2 runners will be our next 2 fastest seeded athletes. Incarno and Ayanwu. Running for Stonehill is going to be our leader coming out of the break line, taking a very long approach to get down to the rail. That is Caitlin Incarnacio. A 55-56 performer prior to today. Still working the arms, long stride. Headed to the finish. And did she improve her time? Yes, she did. 55.34. And I don't know if she was looking for more. Oh, she's smiling, I think. Yeah. All right, 55.34 for a winner in heat number 2 of 8. And all 3 in heat number 3, Catherine Enright, Olivia Diaz, and Gianna Phipps. Phipps running for Phillips Exeter. And on the inside, one of the Division I club athletes. At many D1 schools, in addition to the intercollegiate roster, you will have some club athletes that maybe they're just getting into the sport or maybe just not up to that level, but they have opportunities to run in some of the invitationals and big meets and big venues like this throughout the year. As that is Gianna Phipps from Phillips Exeter making the pass as they came out of the break. 2-woman battle down the back straight. MIT's Olivia Diaz. Working hard, trying to get by Phipps. The run to the line, it will be Phipps with the win in under 58 seconds. Diaz in the number 2 spot. There are the numbers. And even though the start time changed this morning, one thing that you will definitely realize that the folks here at BU know how to efficiently and effectively run a track and field meet. And you take a look at lane number 1, you see the wear and tear already or at least a discoloration, as this running surface is only finishing up its second indoor season. Side by side down the back straight, Rebecca Caddy from St. Anselm and Jana McGuire from Phillips Exeter. Heat number 4 of 8, women's 800 meters. They hit the cones, they're breaking for the rail. 26 high, 27 low for Katie from St. Anselm. And the long striding McGuire takes the lead at the end of the back straight. And she's headed for home in the lead. Going to pick up a heat victory in the 400. Very nice time, 56.62. .400, one of the toughest events on the track, whether it's a 200 banked that's lightning fast like this, or your neighborhood 400 around a high school football field. And we are underway. And pushing hard. A very aggressive opening 200 in heat number 5. And the battle headed to the line with less than 100 meters to go. Kelly O'Grady from TCNJ, the College of New Jersey, with the win, edges out Eliza Martin. O'Grady's 58.33 gets the job done. Three more heats remaining in the women's 400. And then we will move back into the infield portion, where the tennis part of the track and tennis center comes into play for the finals in the 60 hurdles and dash. The men have 11 heats of the 400 in between our place in time right now and those infield sprint finals. And coming up to the break line out in lane 6, that is the second preferred lane, as they're lining up on the oval in any lanes races. That is Ella Budzinski running unattached. Budzinski, you working those arms hard. Headed towards start finish, and a sizable margin of victory just outside of 61 seconds. As Celestine Walliser from the Yukon Club Track and Field finishes second. And one thing, if you are with us for many of these Boston University events, especially the bigger ones, that usually later on in the heats, athletes are not, in the open races or later on in the heats, athletes are not allowed to use starting blocks just to keep the meet moving along. But today, any and all sprint events where starting blocks are requested, access is available. Out in 6, Haley Bilodeau. Erin Hanlon from TCNJ is going to take that lead as they go into the cones, break for the rail. 28 mid through 200 meters for Hanlon, with Bilodeau in second. Big, strong arms for Erin Hanlon. Gives her a 12-meter edge going into the final 50. Bilodeau is closing just a little bit, but not enough race left. And just over 60 seconds, 60.37 seconds for our winner, Erin Hanlon from TCNJ. And our final section for the women's 400 meters in this year's Last Chance Indoor National Qualifier at BU Live on FloTrack. Again, you're in the live to social windows, so definitely take advantage of it, and then hopefully stick with us as you subscribe to all the great services, the great content, interviews, special video productions, workouts that only the FloTrack content team going across the country to connect with the top runners, top athletes, and check out how they have become so adept at their sport. Christina Trucks. One of our age group athletes here today. He's got a seed time of 57 and change. 46 on the board right now. She has a chance to go sub 60, but closing very quickly. That is Christy Matthews. As both of those ladies go sub 60 in the 400, our last heat. Nice job. And they're very happy about their performance. Trucks, Matthews, and Lawson. As we will roll right into the men's 400s. Probably taking their spot on the oval.
Guys, stand behind the blocks when you're ready.
And there is our lineup in heat number 1 of 11. The Academy of Art, if you're not familiar, based in San Francisco, California, one of the top D2 track schools. They've made the trip east a couple times this year, coming back for the Last Chance Qualifier at BU. And we're underway. The number 18 time currently in Division II, the Colorado School of Mines, Jonah Fallon, 47:30. Has 22 high through the opening 200 for Trajan Bowie. And Bowie has his teammate Josh Marlin breathing down his neck down the back straight. They're looking at 47 low. Side by side teammate battle from the Academy of Art. out of San Francisco as Josh Marlin pulls off the win, and they're in the 47s, but it doesn't look to be quick enough. 47.56 for Marlin, and Bowie less than a tenth of a second behind him. As I've already mentioned, a number of Division II athletes here the first Sunday in March trying to improve their standing in the national rankings on TFRS. Joshua Page from Tiffin out of the Buckeye State, 46.06, ran it on the big 300-meter oval at Ashland University in the Judd Logan Light Giver meet back on the first Saturday in February. And with Division II taking 18 athletes to their championship meet in Indiana, again a 47.34 or faster to punch that ticket.
On your mark.
Heat number 2 on the oval. Young man in the outside in lane 6, Jalen Bennett. Threw down some great performances here early this year. Right now he is up against the rail, but he's going to lose that stagger quickly to Chidi Okizi from Nigeria. Not only giving up stride length, but maturity in years, as Okizi cranking it out. He's came in with a 46.56, and it looked like he really tightened up a little bit going into that turn, but now looking smoother down the back straight. Okizi pushing for home as Bennett closing the gap there. The winner's going to be in the 46s. 46.73 for Okizi. Bennett 47.97. Very solid run for the top 2 performers in heat number 2. And that's a little bit off what Bennett ran at the David Henry Valentine Invitational 2 weekends ago. He ran 47.64. So just 0.3 behind. Field for heat number 3. Looks like Academy of Art has their 4x4 team in attendance. Tariq DeAkers in 5, Kalen Perry in 6, Brad LaForest running unattached in lane 4. So we saw the 2 Academy of Art teammates, Bowie and Marlin, in the opening heat. Now it's the rest of potentially their 4x4 relay team we'll see later today. 22 mid. And the 4x4 will be between the men's mile and the 3,000 meters. Working hard down the back straightaway. Tariq DeAkers from Academy of Art. Unofficially in the 48s, and now officially 48.01 for the winner, 48.70 in the number 2 spot for Perry, his teammate. And Academy of Art, just the latest example of teams making the big trip to Ashford Street in Boston to test their legs on this world famous track called the Launch Pad by some,
On your mark.
but it is definitely proven to be up to any standard when you're judging the world's fastest indoor tracks at 200-meter banked. Heat number 4, Santagata, Giravaza, and Montgomery.
Set.
And a clean start. Logan Montgomery out in 6 from St. Anselm. Tayeza Giravaza from Wilbraham and Monson Academy. Now your big leader looking very strong. 21 high. Wow, what an opening 200 for Giravaza. Stride shortening up just a little bit coming into the final 50, and here comes Logan Montgomery. Does he have enough race left? Not quite, as our winner just over 48, officially 48.09. Montgomery 48.62.
When you're ready, standing in the block. Right, yes, right. On your mark.
Total of 11 heats for the men over 2 laps. There's the lineup in heat number 5.
Set. Stand up. That's show. On your mark. Set.
Great shot of our 2 outside runners in lanes 5 and 6. They're the top seeded in this heat and kind of slamming the door. Pierce Graber, who was out in lane 6. Alex Sieton from Vermont inside in 5. With that big move, Graber gave himself the position he needed on the track. He gets the win under 50 seconds for Pierce Graber.
Come on.
And quickly into our lineup in heat number 6, those 3 gentlemen on the oval.
Set.
And we are underway. Once again, the sprinter, long sprinter from Phillips Exeter, Zylan Campbell. the national lead on the collegiate side this year, regardless of division or association. Nathaniel Ezekiel from Baylor, 44.74. That is an incredibly strong time as we see a great battle. Maxwell Zarnecki from Central Connecticut holding off the high schooler Zylan Campbell from Phillips Exeter as our winner goes sub 50, 49.32. And joining him under 50, you see Mr. Campbell, also 49.82. Number 7 doesn't take long to get the next group on the oval. Lined up at their starting blocks. See a couple athletes from the Yukon club track team.
On your mark.
And it looks like we're definitely going to have some age groupers as we continue through the men's 400 meters. And that is David Catterman in 5. Cam Begley unattached on his right in lane 6. And they're going to battle to the rail. It will be Begley gaining the upper hand in the lead by about 2 or 3 strides. Holding on, Cam Begley. Going to go to the line first, victorious in just over 51 seconds, 51.15 for the winner.
On your mark. Set.
Heat number 8 on the oval. And on the outside from the Yukon Club Track and Field, Jonathan Gulish. Michael Lane to his immediate left, putting pressure on. As Lane takes the lead. Gulish about 6 meters behind, down the back straight for the final time. Heat number 8. Men's 400. Gulish with the final push, windmills his way across the finish line. 52.31 for Jonathan Gulish.
On your mark.
And I know I always like to be updated on things. An update to the live to social window. It's going to take us all the way through the 800-meter races, which are after we venture onto the infield for the 60-meter dashes and 60-meter hurdles. So definitely want to hang around for that, and also
On your mark.
sign up for the great resources and services connected to track and field and running that FloTrack and only FloTrack can bring your way, as heat number 9 in the blocks and at the starting line, Smith, Parkins, and Lai.
Set.
Underway. And the top 2 seeded runners in this group on the outside, once again, lanes 5 and 6. Jack Parkins from the Yukon Club track and field team, and Ethan Lai. Ethan Lai running unattached. Down the back straight. Going a little wide into the outer edges of lane 1. But that's not going to affect the final result. Working hard through the line, 52-32. For Ethan with the win. Congratulates his fellow 400 runner. As one of the age groupers, Ian Smith from Mass Velocity. The number 3 position, our next group. The ultimate respect for the age group athletes, whether they're running quarters or 800s. As soon as I get my shoulder fixed, I'm back training hard. Want to run a solid 800 meters here before too many days slip away. Sean Powell in lane 5. Cole Dharmaraja in 6. Top 2 on the oval in this one. David Newman from Mass Velocity rounds out heat number 10. Pushing it hard to the line. Nice run by Sean Powell with the win in 53-37. Hats off to our friends at Lancer Timing, supplying all the important numbers, as we'll definitely be dialed into those split times later on tonight in the mile, 3,000 and 5,000 meter runs. Final heat, men's 400 meter dash. In lane 4, Carol Blake from the Houston Elite and Omar Michel from Peabody Vet Memorial on the outside in lane 6. $25.98 unofficial split for our leader, as Carol Blake from Houston Elite working hard back in the number 2 spot. Giving up a couple years to our leader, but nothing in determination or gutting it out, as Michelle with the win. And Carol Blake gets a nice round of applause as he comes to the line just over 63 seconds. So our winner 53.64 and Carol Blake 63.51. A fine performance from that veteran long sprinter, as we will step aside just for a moment. Coming back to the infield of the Track and Tennis Center 60-meter high live on FloTrack. And we are back, and that's the infield at the Track and Tennis Center. Phil Grove Old School Track. Glad that you're joining us for a great Sunday, the first one in March, the final official day of qualifications for many national meets, including all of the NCAA meets. If they're in a conference that continues into Monday, they take those marks as well. But as far as last chance meets, like this one, today is the day. There is our lineup for the finals of the men's 60-meter hurdles. Terrell Williams in the middle, you see him in lane number 5, a 7:79. Run. The facility record 7:71. Ethan Exelholm and Williams, both of them ran it in 2023. There is the man. And so much precision at such high speed. The 5 hurdles, 42 inches tall. A 3-inch bump over what these athletes might have run in high school or maybe some age group races. As the nerves, the jitters have to be ratcheting it up just a little bit. You'll see most likely a number of hurdles knocked over. Hopefully the contact either with the lead leg or trail leg not that extensive, where it throws off the delicate balance of 3 steps in between hurdles. As they are called to the blocks. The final, the men's 60-meter high hurdles. Once again, Williams about 0.3 of a second advantage on the field. He is in 5. Yakubu Ibrahim from Tracksmith, an 8:13 runner on the outside. Alabama Huntsville, D2 School West, Egalite, 8:11, as we'll get another opportunity to get this one going. As I mentioned, the qualification weekend, 60-meter highs on the D2 side. The national leader, 7:65, Dalen Williams from Pittsburgh State. the Gorillas out in the Middle West. And Egalite 801 from Alabama Huntsville, currently in the number 25 position. So he is one of those athletes that he is here for a definite reason to run faster than he has at any time this season to try to move up into the top 18 in Division II. And a clean start. Williams hits hurdle 1, 2, 3. He's hit all of them so far, but he's going to win, windmilling it through the line. But again, the 42-inch barriers. But he runs 771, another 771, the third time that time has been recorded at BU. Unofficially, it said 767. Terrell Williams ties a record that he already had. He wins by 27 hundredths of a second. Just explaining how that race went because it goes so fast. As we'll step aside for a moment, coming back with the women's 60-meter hurdles as they readjust the hurdles, put them in a new place. We'll be back. And this is just the culmination of an incredible indoor campaign, much of it that I've been involved with here at Boston University. But coming up in the outdoor season, just pages and pages worth of activities, live coverage on FloTrack. As we get set for the adjustment of the hurdles, placement and otherwise of the women's 60s. Again, we saw history being made in the men's 60 hurdle final, 771, Terrell Williams. There is our lineup for the ladies final in the 60 hurdles. And those Division II athletes that we've mentioned from the Academy of Art, Meka Chunka. And there's our top qualifier, Tatiana Aholu from St. Lawrence Select out of Canada. An 8:01 run, a mighty quick effort over the women's 60-meter high hurdles. And a couple scratches, just lanes 3 through 8. And I was just going to say it's a clean start, but not that time. Calling them back. And the two starters confer. And it looks like a yellow card to lane number 4, Dea Erickson from Empire Athletics. Six athletes still on the infield. 33-inch hurdles, 5 of them. And Oholu, wow, she is flying over these, close to those 33-inch barriers, through the line. And looks back at the big board, 8.14. An easy win for her by 53 hundredths of a second. And it looks like actually there is a second section. But that was Oholu. Wow, what a run. 8:14. And Dea Erickson, who got that yellow card after our first attempt to get this race going. Calm the jitters, goes 8:67. That is a facility record, the old record 8:17. By Miriam Abdul Rashid. So facility record goes down as they do move the hurdles away. Coming back, 60-meter dash finals live on FloTrack. All right, so that was the one and done for the women's 60-meter hurdles, and Oholu really put on a clinic, setting a new facility record, 8.14 seconds. There is our lineup for the women's 60-meter dash final. Took the hurdles off the infield. And again, they do such a great job putting down the striping for the lanes over the tennis courts on the infield of the track and tennis center. There's our lineup for the women's 60-meter dash. And Canadian Olympian Audrey Leduc, we just saw her on screen in lane number 5, running for Adidas. The 25-year-old is the Canadian record holder outdoors, both 100 and 200 meters. She set that a year ago, 10:95, 22:36. One empty lane, lane 3. And a clean start, and just rapid fire turnover in the middle of the track. LeDuc. Wow, through the line. That was a quick one. 7.23 seconds. Better than her seed time and just outside Karan Stewart's 7:20 that has been on the book since 2016 as the facility record. She wins by 54 hundredths of a second. Just the incredible turnover. And talking to our friends at Lancer Timing, 7:23, her official time for the big win. And a smile from the young lady from Canada. And it's time for the men to try their hand over the 60 meters. That is our short sprint. Indoors, the facility record is a fantastic one. 6:54, Asafa Powell running for Puma back in 2016. And on the D2 side of things, once again, take a look at the 60-meter dash. To make it in the field right now, number 18, you need to run 6:71. As I see in Academy of Art, West Texas A&M, those athletes part of the D2 mix. As unfortunately our runner from Academy of Art looks like he is a scratch, so as is Jalen Bennett, who we saw earlier in the 400. So it's Freeman, Haynes, Bozzio, Chagule, Nada, Benjamin, and Boyle. 2 through 4 and 6 to 9. Those are the lane assignments for the men's 60-meter dash final. Oh, and a stumble start. That was Bozzio from West Texas A&M. His race was over before it even got started. That is Chagule from India. Is going to pick up the win at 6:85. The young man from West Texas A&M. Hopefully no injury involved in that, but just stumbled and went flat on his face. Came here to run fast and just the race did not get started for him. As we're going to be headed to the oval. Coming up, 800-meter races. That's my event. I love it, folks. We'll be back live on FloTrack. And we are back and ready for 800 meters on the oval at Boston University. As I mentioned going into the break, the 800 is my event. I love it. One of the most difficult events on the track. Juliet Whitaker from Stanford, she has mastered it to the tune of 159.44. She is the #1 collegiate runner this year in 2025. A solid field in this one Definitely have to focus on Kate Mitchell and Addie Townsend, New Balance teammates. They are in the inside alley, so they will get their race started right at start-finish line, wearing hip numbers 3 and 4. Next to them on their left is Mia Crocker from Western Washington. Crocker currently sitting 23rd in Division II. That is 5 spots out of where she wants to be with a 2:10.12. And Alex Lumelli from OTC Elevation out of Los Angeles. A long hold, but we are underway with a 7-runner field in the hot heat. First of 5, the women's 800. Lena Hanich from the Academy of Art, currently 3rd in D2, ran 2:05.41 here at Boston University. She knows how to run fast on this oval. Taking it out is Kate Mitchell, with Townsend in 2nd and Hanich in 3rd. Kate Mitchell, you see 29.3 opening 200. She went 2:01.54 at the USATF Indoor Championships recently. And she is on the gas, taking the group through 58 high, 59. As Hanich, again, one of the top D2 runners representing Academy of Art. You see the big gap between that pro, Kate Mitchell, representing New Balance, and Lena Hanich from the Academy of Art out of California. Coming up to the bell, Kate Mitchell has just been on the throttle the entire way. The facility record held by our friend Michaela Rose from LSU, 1:59.49 a year ago. Mitchell down the back straightaway, still working hard. Hand is just popping into the screen. Kate Mitchell, 1:52 on the clock. She is headed for home, and Hanich might have a chance to improve her D2 time as Mitchell goes 2:01.66. Hanich 2:04.49. That is a new best for her. So 2 top flight runs in the opening section of the women's 800 meters. Some great running in heat number 1 of 5 of the women's 800 meters.
On your marks. Stand up.
And called to the line, and our lead official starter just wanted a better look at the field to see if anybody is breaking the rules at the start. We are underway. Wow, what a great opening 800 for the ladies. So Hanich with that 2:04.49 is going to move up a spot into the number 2 position in Division II, chasing Helen Braybrook from Colorado State University Pueblo. And heat number 2, one of our Battle Road athletes in the lead. That is Amy Piccolo and Michaela Andrews. You guessed it, the black and red, the Academy of Art out of California. And stepping aside, leaving it up to the finishers. That was Piccolo doing the pacing work. Michaela Andrews from the Academy of Art. Andrews all the way down in the 40th position with her 2:12.16 in D2, so she has a lot of room to make up this weekend. This first Sunday in March at BU, 136. She can get it done, the number 18 spot for the women in Division II, 209.54. Moving up in the second, Abigail Hennessy. You see her about 12 meters behind our leader, Andrews. Hennessy is definitely on the move. Here comes Abigail Hennessy. Hennessy approaching the line, final 10 meters, makes the pass. Andrews improves her season best time. 2:09.96, still just on the outside looking in, moves all the way up into the number 22 spot. Hennessy, there she is with the win, 2:09.67. Heat number 3 of 5. We're at the top of the mountain. There's our lineup. And we are underway. Some high school athletes in this one. From the Bay State. And they will break for the rail. Samantha Ducharme from St. Anselm in the lead. Mia Brady from Choate Rosemary Hall in the number 2 spot. You see their opening 200-meter splits. Our lead duo, and then a little bit of open space as they went through in just about 66 mid, and trying to move up into the lead, make it a trio. Amelia Alvazi, and Alvazi is going to make that big move as she was right on the shoulder of Brady. As they go almost 3 wide down the main straight with 1 to go at 1:41. Ducharme, who has been in the front since the early going, maintaining a lead. It's Flagler's Zoe Marchant, trying to make this a 5-runner race in the final 40. And Maya Morabito from Central Connecticut. She's the quickest mover over the final 50. Will she get there? And not enough, as Samantha Ducharme from St. Anselm with the win, 2:15.88. There's our winner in heat number 3. Our next to last section for the women's 800 meters is underway. On the outside, Sydney Schoenbeck from St. Johnsbury Academy, leading those runners out in 4, 5, and 6. And along the rail, Audrey Nielsen from Champlain Valley. .34.4 opening 200 meters. And a really sizable advantage, the biggest we've seen. 20 meters plus, 70 seconds. Make that 68.9 for our leader from Champlain Valley. Nielsen has an 800 seed time and best of 2:22.88. One to go at 1:45. And that gap between first and second is almost a full 6 seconds. Into the final turn. Audrey Nielsen about to take a couple seconds off of her best in this event, and she does it as unofficially under 2:21. Her official time is the same, 2:20.95 for the wire-to-wire big winner, Audrey Nielsen. Final section, women's 800 meters. There's the lineup. Number of athletes from the University of Connecticut Club Track and Field Squad.
On the marks.
And we're underway. Our leaders so far, Kate Mitchell, an incredible wire-to-wire effort in the opening section. Lena Hanich improved her standing in Division II by finishing second in that one. She runs for Academy of Art at 2:04.49, our fifth and final one on the oval right now, working lap number 2. Halfway through, Catherine Enright from UConn Club Track and Field in the lead. And you see the advantage she has over her teammate. One lap to go. Enright, then Juliana Vinces in the number 2 spot, 2.4 seconds separating those two, but it's getting closer. And the chaser, taking centimeters at a time out of that lead that her UConn Club teammate had. And we're gonna have a run to the line. Juliana Vinces going out wide into lane 3. Can't quite get the job done. Catherine Enright Her teammate with the win at 236.93. And our final runners headed toward the line. The men's 800 is going to be a great one too. And that is up next. All right, closing out our final section of the women's 800 meters. There are the numbers. Catherine Enright with the victory in the women's 800, and the men's 800 is rolling right in behind it.